兄弟们好，欢迎收看欧洲联赛第4场。第3场不如第4场精彩，第3场就不放了。巴别塔这个地图太适合战斗了，从入图一直打到最后1分钟，全员莽夫，没人怂。喜欢这个系列，建议看完顺手点赞。
Yeah, again, it's a bit more spread out this time. As we saw in the past, it was very much not like this for Group B, where everyone went down to the tower early on, but good start here for Taramov. Taking some big shots over towards some of our enemy squads here. Flashbang Fred on your screen.
Royal Blue trying to get out of dodge here, but under heavy fire, under heavy contestation on the southwest side. The west edge, and the AI is getting involved as well. That's a lot of damage done. You do need to be careful, especially in these early parts. There's a lot of these AI roaming this area. So now it's a question of extracting, getting out of that fight, as other teams are starting to gain value fairly quickly.
ROB. Snicket on side. Getting the vest patched up after initial engagement here. Back to basics once again. Smolder, Fix NR, as well as Ideologist make their way in. A lot of players all around the same location.
Yeah, for no recoil there. You're gonna have to be careful. We're back on board with Royal Blue, as you've got a Boba, the only team that is a palindrome close by to them, but they've got, as well as that, another team trying to put pressure on in behind. So Royal Blue currently caught in the crunch. You can see at the bottom there, the bottom left. That other team just trying to put more pressure on with no recoil there behind Royal Blue. And in front is a Boba. It's a really sticky situation, and maybe more focus onto the new Tower of Babel than we thought we might see at the start of this one.
Royal Blue currently coming into this game with 2.2 million. Ahead of them was Bunny Reapers at 3 million, but it's Parry currently leading the charge with 7 mil. So it's a massive amount of cash to make up in this match. But those are really the 3 teams that are battling out for it. There could be some outside chances, though. Certainly. No recall with 800k, but they would have to come through with a gargantuan amount to pick up that first place spot.
Ooh, angles over towards a Boba. Nice at trying to reposition around it. They know they're there, but it's just a little bit too much for them. A little bit too much pressure for them to bear, and they fade away. A knock being sent over, and Royal Blue have taken a knock to one of their players on the forefront. They're looking for that res. They should be able to find it here nice and quickly. But in the meantime, Boba are going to try and push out on this. They're trying to take control of this. And the high ground for Royal Blue, though, still stands stalwart. And there's the pincer coming on in. Looking to try and take this one back. The cross is covered for Royal Blue, but there is an answer. There is still that player knocked down on the forefront, and they haven't been able to get that res just yet. The run out from Boba not quite going the distance.
Yeah, Fronty XL has to make his way forward now. Can't really afford to be sticking around while his teammates on the floor. Fronty XL. Quick stim. Landmine's going down. Gosh, they make sure they cover the cross in front. Tough scenario. A lot of enemies around them at the moment. Difficult to get this res through. But for Royal Blue, who are so close to the top of the standings in 3rd place with 2.2 million, losing a player now might just be a death sentence to them.
It would be nasty to suffer that fate. They are a pretty hefty chunk behind as well, and Parry would need to go down. without extracting too much value. At the moment, the difference is about 4.8 million between third place and first place for this group. That would be the need to be the differential that they see. Perry, I think, are a team that's up towards the north side. Which is going to make things all the more difficult for them really to do anything about it.
Things quiet down a bit, though. I think it's still watching out for these angles coming through from Taramov and co. Extraction point already active is a little bit interesting. Only 23 minutes in. Smoke in, and this might be the rest coming through. Gonna carry him back. Good timing.
Yeah, they managed to find that opening, that little window there. And Snicket able to keep that pressure on. They should be able to get that res. They just try and keep themselves safe. There is a team, and I think that might be potentially Parry already up to 1.1 mil. The rollout comes through, and Royal Blue just getting rolled down here. They found the timing, but they didn't get the retreat. And did they just get wiped out?
Yeah, that was it. Quickly finished off, and Royal Blue out in 6th place on this match, and that will be their dreams dying in that moment as well. Unfortunately for them, they really tried to take to the limit there. It was a tough decision for them to make because I think they knew if they dropped down to just 2 players, it was going to be almost impossible and take that 1st place spot. So they just had to try for it. So now, realistically, it is a fight between the Bunny Reapers and Paddy.
It's all up to them. And you can see Paris alone up on that north side. The Bunny Reapers are a little bit more embroiled on that southeast side. Only trying to scrap it out. In the middle with the Gugulians, I believe. That is just onto their northwest side. You can see we're on board with Parry, I think that is, up on the north. Oh, no, we are on board with the Gugulians. We have a confusing team tag.
And basically, it's not the Gugulians tag.
Yeah, what's going on there?
But that's okay. We accept this. We accept this with the fact that the colors have been changing all day. You know, I'm sometimes not sure of what team we're on. I do my best to keep you guys updated. I've got about 16 spreadsheets open up on my second monitor. I'm doing my best.
Absolutely. This is the Bunny Reapers. Guaranteed. 100%. You can tell because they have BRE in their name.
That's right.
And that's how you have a helpful team tag.
The Bunny Reapers, like, this is a very important match for them. Getting some taps off here with the AKM. Baxter sending downstairs. 400k so far, so that drops them up to around about 7.4 million in terms of value. Bunny Reapers need a little bit more than that.
They need about 4 mil more than Parry on this match. So if Parry can extract with 2 mil, that might just be it.
It's going to make life very difficult.
My goodness me, can barely hear a thing.
Well, yeah, a tactical chopper inbound. It's kind of how that happens. Magnetic bomb over the top. And again, in the midst of all this commotion, you can really reposition quite easily because it is difficult to hear where you are. Though the missiles might help to pinpoint your location.
Do you think he's in the middle of where all of those missiles are targeting?
Potentially.
Could be. Yeah, maybe actually. Oh, a little spot. Right. The encroaching forces there. This is so oppressive. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Leave.
Yeah. Oh, one knock found. That is pretty
I mean, they're
nasty.
just locking them in. with the helicopter, right? It's tough.
Yeah, what are you
High
supposed
nade.
to do?
Nothing found off it. Low value. Yeah, it's a lovely shot.
Yeah, that was from Nicer, from a Boba. Putting that pressure on. But now Parry are getting involved. They're getting a little bit involved. They got 1.6 mil right now in the pocket. Need to transfer that to the stash. See what they're able to do with it.
Pretty healthy extraction values across the board, honestly, right now. 2 mil, 1.7, 1.3. Really, only the squad that's been penned in by Paramov and the boys is suffering.
Boba have really forced the issue. Ooh, but the Bunny Reapers. And a little bit of a fight. Over towards the confusingly tagged Gugulians.
Nice
As a nade finds its
nade.
way in. And another more ordnance over the top. They continue to put pressure on, isolating Gugul, their namesake. And they have to fall back. Can't really hold this angle. Setting up those mines. Making it so hard to move back into this position. Isolate, control. Onto this body. Wait for them to give up. Outlast. But they want to move a little bit faster. They want more value out of this match. In fact, they need it. Because Parry are just going to continue to accrue value.
Yeah, for Parry, again, for Bunny Reapers, it's a tough game. And you really want to be a lot more closer in terms of extraction value. Parry, they have a pretty clear goal of just get 3 mil extract. You're needing a whole lot more than at that point, and it's very unlikely. But again, it's so stressful for Parry. Only need to get that money to secure an extract too.
Get out of the way of that one. It'd be shocking if you just stood in that.
Yeah, literally.
It was a funny joke, but I'm still proud. Over they go. No arrows, no darts to be able to go for the recon just yet. Still the standoff continues. The Bunny Reapers. Oh, we definitely spotted him. Oh, he's seen him.
Nice.
And he didn't move, but immediately goes for that repeat. Little shimmy out sideways, and that's the second player down. They know where the last player is. Immediately the rollout. They need to back it up. Sure, you go for one, but the trade is off. And that is a good shutdown for the Bunny Reapers. They can add a lot of value to their tally.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, getting a full squad wipe like that in a pretty isolated area as well, that's going to be lovely in terms of being able to pick up some more things on side. They might be able to get some precision repair kits as well. Get their vessel fixed up before they head on forwards. But yeah, that will take the pressure off in a big way.
Not too many teams super close by in the midst of it all. Such a terrifying presence. I mean, you can see why you bring an Uluru to just immediately dispatch this helicopter, right? It's well, not immediately, but certainly a lot quicker than it seems like these teams are able to do it at the moment. Turning its attention to the forecourt of the new Papal Tower.
Yeah, Boba's out there. They're sick of the helicopter, and I would be as well. So Boba makes it over towards the Tower of Babel, which they have been forced into.
I wonder if the Bunny Reapers are aware of this.
I'd imagine they would be, from all the commotion outside. This is a horrendous position to push into, though. It's so tough going through the front door is nasty. And we're doing it anyway.
I mean, fortunately, it's not being held.
Yeah. I mean, they should hear the footsteps. And Hackclaw does have the silent step, though, which might assist them. Depends if they've got the perception boosters on or not right now for the Bunny Reapers, but I imagine that might be a little bit out of the budget.
Could be. They are regrouping, moving as one, which means kind of irrelevant about that silent step. Sure, maybe you're unaware of one of the angles, but It's not going to matter too much. Bunny Reapers lying in wait, prepared for another team to try and transgress, to try and overstep their mark.
Okay.
It might happen now. You can see there's the peek up, there's the challenge. Two players still yet to peek on over, but gets that knock. Nicer falls back, has a little bit more health to play with. A little slowdown on the Bunny Reaper's position. Looking for the bounce on that flashbang as well. The smokes come out. Ordnance and utility goes both ways. An immediate re-knock. That is huge to slow down the approach. On the push, the flash over the top there as well. Goes for it again. In past and through the smoke. Drops a second as well. Tries to get the full blind. Steps up for the challenge. Doesn't know if there's another player behind this crate, but now will do. There's the info flashing on up and around the corner. Nicer doesn't want to miss a single second on this fight. Immediately sending straight into the engagement. Can't quite shut it down, and up the wall he goes.
Yeah, using the zipline to his advantage. Both of them are, in fact, getting on high. And here comes no recoil.
Oh!
Took his knees out. Gave him the old Ronaldo tackle mid-air, but found nothing, and there's no referee to give him a red card either.
Goodness me, you'd hope he'd go in the sin bin, but not to be. And forwards they go. No recoil. Just figuring out if they need to regroup and onto the upper floors. The Bunny Reapers, who know what is at stake in this match, are going to allow this fight to unfurl.
I mean, fair enough too. It was a quick getaway from them, getting up the zip lines. And there's potentially 2 teams worth of value down here. The Bunny Reapers are able to get themselves into a position to actually take offense towards both of them. They could even get the side swipe onto no recoil here. You can see them silently stepping on the right-hand side of your screen.
The big thing about all of this, though, Blank, is that Parry are not involved. They are not in this fight. They've got 2 mil in the pocket. If they're able to extract with this, it's basically uncatchable at this stage. The Bunny Reapers would need to be able to pull out a 6 mil game to be able to catch up. And that is without Parry getting any more value than they do right now. If they're left alone on that north side, they could eventually take down that helicopter. They could eventually get it done, but you do not want to allow them to do that.
Day and Knife just been sent over the top here. Potentially disable some of the gadgets. Been laid down. Good cross there from no recoil. Easing the smokes to their advantage. So they just leave position. Might be possible to get King back up now, though.
Could be nicer. We know how aggressive he likes to be. There is still one Bunny Reaper downstairs here. Can go up on that zipline, and immediately he should see this player. He knows he's there, but they're both now position known. Has to go for the peek and go for the challenge. A shoulder was showing and didn't have the angle to stay hidden. Really unfortunate there. And now instead of getting King back up, it's going to be down to 1. And in comes no recoil, trying to swing low around the outside here. Taramov, no armor, no helmet, nothing really but his wits about him. For the AUG, unleashes the swarm, tries to lower enemy HP, tries to keep himself alive, but he's got to worry about his own swarm as well. Pulling it back, trying to shed those shackles upon him. Drops the smoke underneath, looks for the spray. The challenge is there. They know they can't get it through that glass and just have to bide their time. A little hop up, and that is it. Lickety split and job done.
I can't tell if the Bunny Reapers are fighting upstairs as well at the same time. There's Smokus. Still holding this angle. This was a really smart play from Smokus as well. He held the body of King for such a long time. Knew eventually, if they're able to get themselves out of that nasty position for a Boba, they potentially go for King. Door's going to get opened here. Now, Smokus can find a little bit of value, but again, the rest of the team is just not there with him.
2.9 mil for the Bunny Reapers so far. Again, it needs to be bigger. Or you need to find Parry and stop them from getting out. Oh, just having a sleep.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening there.
Sleepy alligator.
Smoke is still just holding them off on the side. Pops a nade through. Best you can do in return to the rest of the team. Parry has just had the best time in the world here over on that north side. Again, for Parry, this is a real easy extract. For Bunny Reapers, like we said before, this has to be a gigantic game. That's the only way they catch up. And still, there is 9 minutes more of looting time available for Paris.
And they'll want every single second of it. As they continue to gain momentum. Over 3 mil now for the Bunny Reapers. Has to give ground again. And no recoil are pretty dynamic in these engagements. Only 1 mil so far, but they racked up 2 kills.
I really like how Smokers is playing, though. I mean, he is not giving them easy ground, is he? Not allowing them to instantly get towards the position. But easy start now on the case. Knows roughly where the players are and can get back down.
Ooh. Look at that. He's ethereal.
This could be a good backstab. They think he's a solo right now.
I wonder what the rest of the team can do for him.
I think they'll hear the zipline. That's the only problem.
I think he's waiting for someone to use it.
Which is smart. Oh, he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think it's ingrained in most players to look up, though, before you make that play.
Ooh.
That's incredible standoff from Smokus, though.
Ooh!
And he gets a knock off it. This might be time for the rest of the boys to come down.
There they go.
There they come.
That was the first descent there, and immediately he steps forwards. What a rollout from that low ground as well, using that zip line, able to give the backup that they were needing. There's that scouting arrow, making sure that Smokus' flank is available and clear. The reposition comes through, the res necessary now for no recoil, but Smokus doesn't waste time. Unfortunately, he should have waited a little bit longer. A low HP last player on no recoil has to go for the healing, can't go for the res just yet, and the rest of the Bunny Reapers need to swing this. They need to keep their team alive here. It is imperative. In they go. 2 versus 1. Close on the peak. Hops up just at the wrong time and gets slipped down the side. Taken for a spin around, and that is the Bunny Reapers looking to get back up to 3. 2.5 mil. They'll need more. And they still need to open a gap, but that is a good start.
Yeah, it's awesome from the Bunny Reapers. And again, although Smokus went down in the end there, he was so incredible that entire time. The team owes him massive credit this match for keeping them alive this long and in a position to pick something up. But also great discipline from the rest of the squad. They knew they couldn't help him. It was up to him to get that first pick off. And as soon as he did, they were there with him straight away. Very, very well done. Again, though, it's only 6 minutes. They have 6 minutes to loot and get that 4 mil plus over Paris. And I just don't think it's happening despite such a fantastic finish here from the Bunny Reapers.
I feel like the only thing that Bunny Reapers can do right now is go for Paris. This is the only way they make this work. They need to leave. They need to go north. Instead of looting this area, they need to go up and deal with Paris. The question is, do they know that's where they are? Do they know that's the only team left? And have they read into that? Do they have that strat in their playbook? Because, I mean, it's the only way that they're going to be able to make that first place spot, right? You stop them getting any value. You're about 4 mil behind. You get a little bit more for taking down Paris. So you have to send for them. If you don't, you lose.
Yeah, and we're getting to that point in the game now where those extractions are available. And I think Paris is just going to make this one happen. 2 mil is not enough of a leap upwards for the Bunny Reapers. You're right. They'd have to take down Paris in this moment. Push themselves further above. I don't think 5 minutes is enough.
We're looking at needing 6.3 mil. If Paris extract with exactly this and don't get any more value at all, then they're going to need 6.3 mil or more to make it. For the Bunny Reapers, are they sending north or are they looking for extract?
I think with
4.5 minutes.
4 minutes and clock, you're probably looking for extract at this point in time. I mean, they would have to hoof it. They would have to hoof it north. I mean, to be honest with you, for the Bunny Reapers, let's put it this way. They know that their tournament life is over if Parry is able to extract. So for them at this point in time, they've got 4 million, but they've got to go whole hog, right? They might have to just take down this extraction. They know it's just GG if they don't have enough. And right now, Parry is getting even more value on side.
Yeah, you can see they're just slowly incrementing their way up. They don't need a massive game. They just need that little bit every now and again. 2.4 mil, meaning 6.4 mil is the metric that they need to beat. If Parry don't go down, you can see they're already up by that extraction point. Are the Bunny Reapers going to chase it down? Where are they? That's what we need to know. Parry should be aware of this strat potentially being the case as well.
I mean, a lot of teams who went up here, even Saeed set up a very, very good defensive hold on extraction, even though they were the only team on that north side. So we can expect Parry to do the same. But again, we sort of need to know where the Bunny Reapers are, because if they're not heading this way, then it is game over. And we can put our hands together for Parry, who will be making it through to the grand finals.
Looks like they are just holding. They're not pushing north, maybe? Oh no? They were just holding, waiting for any pre-fires to come through. They've only got 3 minutes.
They are going. They are going.
They are pushing. Okay, they are going to go and try and contest this.
And they've got no other choice. All right. I love it. We've got a game on our hands here.
They've extracted 1 player.
I see. So they put a lot of value on 1 player, and now they have to go bother the rest. I think that might have been... Again, it's one of those situations where if Parry had gone out early, maybe that was the right choice. But again, you still needed 4 million anyway. That is...
And they've...
Yeah. Position unknown now.
I mean, Parry should be expecting this. I wonder how much value was able to be extracted. Because it looks like there is 600k potentially on Smokiss right now. And throughout all of this, they need to extract at least 1 mil, probably more, from Parry. If they're able to move up, get these kills, take that extraction on the north side as well, because you will be able to do that. Then potentially they could do it. Goodness me, it is all down to the wire. This last push.
They need all the players to go down, or at least the players with the most value. Even then, it's tough. I think they have to wipe the entire squad. They have 1:35. Paddy is getting ready. Stickinson is making his way on over.
Interesting. Okay, they're aware of their location now. They can set up, but they've got 1:20 to execute on this. They need to move quickly. They need to win these trades. Peek this corner. They need to do it together. Bunny Reapers, rather, taking far too long.